back action. So right about now, we're going to move down to all the last week action.
Slimer, if you can hear me, I think we are back and live. I think there was a break in our communication, and the Talk IFC match has begun. I don't know if we can have that on display. Do you copy?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. These are some of the challenges in the Pro Clubs League. The network issues can be really frustrating, as we have here over here in Nigeria. But the players always try to maneuver all of that, and I think we also have to maneuver all of that as well. So if we can get the match between Toka FC, I was opportune to see them score one goal already. So if we can get that match on, it will be a really interesting feed. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see the games. Yeah, they come.
Some technical issues, the feed is not coming through from the live match, so apologies while it's being worked on.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, do you copy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Doka FC is back and demolishing their opponent. This is what we. I told you they have changed the entire team, but the quality is not lost.
Yeah, the guys they replaced the others with they are not bad at all. Like up by four goes to the what this tells us is Toka FC they've lost the heavy hitters like we kept saying. But if you replace them with star quality, there always a big question is have the star quality got like enough time to gel to build chemistry as they'll get 5. How many corner kick goals have we seen already on the main broadcast? That's like 3 goals early. Corner kicks look so OP right now.
But if we're talking about who just got that goal, we are talking about one of the most prolific defenders in the league, Van Tike, normally known as Comrade Kev, with a bullet near that. He's the manager of the newly reformed Toka FC, and he's glad to see him leading this team to their first competitive victory for this season.
And that's a serious morale booster. If you see the champs winning their first game by 5, it will definitely give a lot of teams problems as the set will go in very awkward at the back. But HITMISS aura.
Yeah, there seems to be missing a lot of aura.
Yeah. Today's session in the group chat will be massive.
I can't wait to see what the batters this team will have to take, because we look like they're in for another one, and that's clearly a goal. What is going on with these teams? Like, how do you let 7-8 pass your net?
I mean, they tried to. I think that's Montana that actually got a good. They tried to build from the back. If you know you're not a team that can actually do that, then I request you having a striker that's Polish that you can get a knockdown for you. But when you rise the kind of press that they did, and with how the players are, you saw a little bit of R1 dribbling. So the HITMISS aura defender tried to slide in the close control just sets the attacker apart from that defender. You have the open space to score 7 goals to nil with barely 10 minutes to go. I reckon we see another goal before this game actually comes to a close. But Toka FC just right from where they left off after the old league season just passed. They want to continue in that same form. They've changed teams, they've changed players, but the team aura stays same. Hit or miss, they say they've got aura, but at this point, it looks like Toka's aura is just overshadowing them at this very, very juncture. With 8 minutes to go.
I think it's a sad one, and this doesn't give them much encouragement. You know, you don't want to come into your first game losing by 8-7. I think losing by 2-0, 1-0, 3 is even fair enough. And that was another beautiful attempt from Toka FC. But this scoreline, what do you think it does to the overall morale of the team? Do you see them coming back the next day feeling hopeful, or you see them retreating into like lesser numbers for the next match day?
I don't want to be too harsh on them, because your first game you're playing the champs. It's always tough. It can be very, very tough, but you don't want to be losing as badly as this. Maybe they get a consolation goal before that final whistle goes. They get a lovely build up on the right hand side. Can they finish it off? It won't work for them as they tried to just recycle the ball there. But I don't want to be too harsh, because they're playing the champs on their very first match day, and for any other team it will be tough. So just scrape this loss and say, okay, it's a chance. People are expecting them to beat us, even though it was a bad defeat. We can just move on, and in the subsequent games we have to perform. I don't think it puts a lot more pressure on them to get on the board with getting points secured for the season.
Well, we have seen a lot of demolition. We have not seen any closely contested match. Even the match of the day where we're looking at, I don't know if Get Club Phoenix have started, and I would like that to be the last match review for this match day 1, because the rest of this match we have seen the teams being outplayed by quality. And I think this is the ending of this match for Toka FC. With Rhymes, he's showing the value right there, bought for over 175,000 naira, and now look at him, man of the match, Montana by his side. So this is what we're talking about. Money is actually buys the quality.
They have splashed the cash for a purpose, and you can see a pain of look at the ratings of all of the top players in that team. I'm sure they'd be proud of that performance. Big win to start off the season, and they managed to keep hold of the clean sheet as well. Heavy hitters, we call them, Toka FC, doing all of their talking on the virtual pitch.
Besides Pro Club, I think it's beautiful to see. You know, the banters that usually go on between Nigeria and Ghana, but over here in the Pro Clubs, you see the top 5 coming out, and then you have 2 Ghanaians as well as 3 Nigerians in the top 5 performers. The collabo, this is not now we bantering, this is us actually playing together as a team. Like we have me and you co-hosting, we have Rhymes and Montana and and Comrade Kyle, and look at how that picture looks very beautiful to have this collabo between these 2 West African giants.
Yeah, the synergy looks really good. Maybe in the few years to come, we'll actually have the Ghana Pro Clubs and Nigeria Pro Clubs. They collaborate. I think they did collaborate a few seasons ago with that end of season clash that we had. Maybe we'll have it back this time around. So it's always nice to see both of them go for the collabo. But I enjoy when Ghana and Nigeria also banters around. But since more of them are becoming friends, maybe the banter goes down a little bit. But we get to see the ratings of those players in there, and everybody's been except to tells you how good this team can be when they are playing at peak form. But hey, don't be deceived by the first few games that we've shown you where teams are just battering teams. That's not usually how the script goes for the NPCL. It can get crazy at times where we have 0-0 games, 1-0 games, 2-1 games. So don't be deceived at all. Maybe it's opening day, so they want to show you guys goals and just introduce you to fun stuff. But just know that there's a KT side out there that people will struggle to get goals.
I think people are basically trying to find their legs. Some people have not actually held the controller in a long time. Coming out of the festivities, there's still a lot of chicken in their stomach. So when the going now gets tough, and now their eyes are now looking at the position they are in the table. Oh, we are not supposed to be 15th. What do we do? What strategy do we come up with to get ourselves up and running? And that's when you see these teams start picking up and moving up the table. But for now, I think it's just early days to cut any team off. It's not too late for even United FPT after being bashed 9-1, and it's not too late for HITMISS Aura as well.
But the thing is, okay, you can see that they are still coming from the festivities, but if you leave it too late and now it becomes a difficult way to turn your season around, then you give yourself a lot of trouble. So the advice for the team is, okay, you might be rusty a little bit, but you don't want to take too long before getting back into your group. Otherwise, the other teams will be long gone way ahead of you. So that's the little advice I've got for the team. So HITMISS Aura, you have to start getting back on the teams that we know that they can get back to. But for Toka FC, straight right back to business, stroll through this one, and when you can have seamless games early in the opening forms of the season, I just think it does a lot to their confidence and potentially another title winning charge.
Okay, and I think we have seen the match between Faceless Men and is that MENACE FC, because that would be a tough match to take in.
Yeah, I think it is.
MENACE?
Yeah, they are leading by 2.
And this was what I was trying to say. We kept on talking about how matches seems choreographed, and now we have Faceless Men led by one of the biggest players in NPCL, Italian Mafia, and they are losing by 2-0. That would be result nobody saw coming. Do you see a turnaround in this match, or do you see MENACE taking on this victory?
Yeah, because we didn't get an actual glimpse within the first 60 minutes, I can't call, but with how a lot of people were confident in the Faceless Men side, they know that they've got a lot of pressure on their hand, and they have to find a way to turn this around. There's still a lot of times. 13 game minutes in UFC 25 is still a lot, but MENACE FC, good work within these first 60 minutes, getting closer to the 70th in-game minute mark as MENACE will go up top for another attack. This, I think, actually Faceless, who are in the blue, looking to get back on terms in this game. But MENACE, huge kudos to them. Faceless Men, the expectations for them were very high. Like you said, with the team that they had got, the person behind this team, you'd have expected them to start very well, but they've just been brought back down to earth, because the NPCL, you might think you are good, so you face on one of these teams and go like, okay, maybe you might even play friendlies and beat them, or when the pressure gets going and it's an actual league match, you might find yourself wanting.
Well, apologies if the view is kind of distracting. It looks like the keeper is streaming. That's why it's having this kind of landscape view. So if you're not used to the pro club scene, anybody can literally stream the match. And that is another one from MENACE FC. What do you think? Do you think the keeper is costing Faceless Men this game?
No, I don't want to blame the goalkeeper too much. They're just giving away too many 1v1 situations. The goalkeeper, he can't be Superman every time. Even though his positioning can't be questioned a little bit, that pass to that defense was just way too easy. And for Faceless Men XI, they have to go back and look at the tape. There they come again, MENACE, and look at their play through that defense in terms of, oh, no way. You cannot give shooting opportunities to opposing teams in the NPCL like this. They will punish you. And MENACE FC, they show that they can be a menace up top. Goalkeeper makes a huge save. You have to come up clutch for this team again. This time, he won't be able to stop it. 4-0. I think this is a huge reality check for Faceless, man.
I think that is because, while some players have had experience in the league, for the entire team is their first season, and we can't take it away from them. We can't say, oh, because you've got 1 or 2 experienced players, do you know how to handle the pressure? It's not everybody that can handle the pressure. So when you talk about the full team game, we are talking about 11 players being able to handle this pressure, and I think it's telling on them, and MENACE are showing better composure, even if it's their first season as well.
Definitely. I think if you compare the esports and gaming scene to the traditional sports like a football, basketball, both of them, you've got to have like a really good mindset and really good mentality. But even for traditional sports, you can lean on your physical attributes to bail you out sometimes. On the virtual pitch, it's always mental. And if you're beaten mentally, I don't know any way that you can come back from it. I just hope Faceless men are able to keep their mental fortitude in check. Hopefully, they get things going back smoothly for them. But this is a serious reality check. If they thought they were going to stroll through the league because they had some big names, yeah, this is seriously coming back down to earth. 4-0. I think this is possibly the most shocking result of the round. Or because you haven't got more games. Okay, finally they get a goal on, but at least something to go home with. And that's actually another Ghanaian player, HITMISS, getting a goal back for them.
I think HITMISS in particular will be frustrated with the result, because I don't think he came into this side expecting. I think they came together thinking they were title contenders, and now going on their first game down, they would have envisioned an easy victory, and this is just a tough call to take. MENACE are home, by the way. So do you think that has a role to play in the score result, or they were just the better team?
Yeah, in every single pro clubs game I've been in, you notice that the home team usually has the advantage with ping and server, knowing that they will be the guys with the advantage. But you just cannot simply downplay how good this MENACE team is. So we'll give credit where credit is due. Congratulations to them picking up 3 points early.
What a round of results. I think when the results are out tomorrow, that's when the banters get a bit deep, because some players basically just play and go to bed. But during the course of the night till the morning, and that's when you see this result coming out. Oh, I got this over this team, I got this over this team. And then when the heated part of the night is when the whole banter gets so much. And I think they won't be sleeping this night, Faceless men. They'll be going back to the training ground to like figure out all the things that went wrong.
Yeah, they'll have to look at those tips again. How important do you think is like recording your games, watching them back? Because I know you're part of the pro clubs scene for a very long time. Does your team do that, and do you think it's beneficial to improve your stuff?
That was my golden rule. You see, one thing I always do is that after every match, I just click on the option and take the record of the last 15 minutes. And this is why the only way you can improve on your decision making is having to watch your decision making, because most time in the heat of the moment you don't see these things. But when you go back and you watch, you say, oh, I should have seen a pass there, I should have done this, I should have done that. And then when you're now in that position for another game, you now have to remember that, oh, I've seen this all before, because you went back to it. But imagine not going back to it, you be in those positions 2-3 times, and then you have not agreed with yourself that this is what I'm going to do. So I think it's very important you actually watch your match again, and then you make better decision next time.
Then I think that's the perfect advice for Faceless men. Watching that game back could do huge things for them. Hopefully they get to bounce back, but we'll get to see. Hopefully we get to see them in action on Thursday. And if the results does change, if what we are seeing today changes on Thursday, then meaning that they've done their homework, and I'm sure for all of the losing sides, they will definitely going back to the drawing board and hopefully changing their fortunes on Thursday.
Yeah, that's very important, them going back to the drawing board. That is the most important part. And we've seen round of results. We've been opportunity to view about 4 games while having a total of 8 match features going on, because we have 16 teams. So while the rest of the results will be coming in, don't forget to like, follow on the socials, because the post will be out there as early as 12 p.m. You'll be seeing the match result of all the matches transpired this night. You have a live update of the league table and all of that. So is very important. Looking at this match, we already got some 4 results. And while we are with the other one, what do you think went on around the other areas of the game? Let's say between Get Clubs and Funis, for example.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to see them, but Get Club, knowing the squad that they've got on their hands, I know some of the heavy hitters are still there. I think the big name that always stands out a lot of times is Adefola, former EMPFL champion, still with the team, still making sure that they come back for revenge this year. Last year, their crown was taken. They managed to at least get some, I wouldn't call it a consolation prize, but a huge prize with the FA Cup. Do they get back their league title crown? And for the team that they do face, you've got to watch out. And maybe you might take Eddie's advice of trying to defend and counter, but yeah, club, I know if you invite too much pressure from them, they will punish you at some point. But it's been an interesting round of games, and for the last few games that'll be coming in, I'm sure it also give us something to really enjoy.
Well, I do agree with you. Like for me, I always tell my team, defense wins you title. So who will defense be winning? But I think Get Club would beg to disagree, because for them is attack wins you games. So every club with their philosophy, every team with their policy, and every target with its accomplice. So we keep looking at these teams, and then what do you think? Do you think like teams just come and say, this is where I'm comfortable being in this season? Because I know everybody, like, they know their position basically. It's not like a lot of people are saying I'm going in for the league. Do you think people are just, there's personal rivalry attached to this, or do you think like they're just coming for the fun of it, or they have a target position they are trying to get?
If teams come in and saying they're coming for the fun of it, then that's them. But knowing how competitive this league has been for the last 3 seasons, I don't think there are too many teams that say we are just coming to have fun. Every team is looking at that prize pool and saying we can at least get something from it. We can at least be 4th position and take something. So maybe the teams that expect themselves not to win the whole thing, they'd at least give themselves a target and say, okay, at least 4th position should be somewhere where we should strive for. But I don't think there's any team that are saying we just want to come for the fun of it. They really want to put in the work, and they have put in the work. I know there was numerous training sessions throughout all of it, and if you find yourself in a pro clubs party during training sessions, you know how toxic and chaotic it can be. And to go through all of that and come the time the league starts and you say you just want to have fun, I don't think so. So after putting in all of that work, I'm expecting that they come in with some expectations. I'm sure there are objectives for all of the teams given to them by their manager, and if at least, even if it's top 4, at least you have something to look forward to. So there's a motive for every single team out there, and not every team will be able to meet their objectives, but it will be nice seeing every single team try to check those objectives of their box.
Okay, I think it's fair to say those teams are giving it their all, and sometimes the position they want to be is not where they are at the moment. So they just have to keep trying and persevering and training and getting it right. I think one of the major problems a lot of people don't realize is once you don't have the right player in the right position, it's destabilize the team, and the season is just starting. Some people have to move some players around to get the best of the team, and until that happens, I think a lot of the result is going to be just rinse and repeat until you get it right.
And how many results can you bank on and say rinse and repeat, we lose, we draw, we lose, we draw? How many of them can you take before your season is actually over with how competitive this league is? So if you have a chance of turning it around as quickly as possible, and for Faceless men, they have been hit with a huge reality check, and we'll see how they do bounce back. Resilient teams, they're not faced by losing games. Even though the scoreline was hefty by MENACE, they are not faced by losing games, and it's their bounce back that always counts. Like the saying goes, it's not about always how you start, it's about how you finish.
Yeah, I think that's pretty important. They could have a hard start of the league and go on to like become very competitive and finish with a good place. And the transfer, don't forget, during mid-season there will be a transfer market window for you to get the perfect player and help your season to move a step further. So in the absence of more stream league, and it's getting close to the stroke of midnight, I think that would be a wrap for today. So Slimer, take us away.
Yeah, so thank you to every single person for joining the live broadcast. It's been massive having you guys over. We promise that NPCL this season will even be bigger, better than last season. Stick with us throughout the whole of this season. Hope you enjoyed the few round of games that we go for you, and we'll see you on Thursday. If you're enjoying everything you're seeing, subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the Ecsn channel where all of the action will be live every Monday and Thursday, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
All right, thank you, Slyman. It's always wonderful to have you. See you on Thursday.